I'm streaming again. Oh, I'm all the way back here? I think that last part might not be entirely accurate. It did work brand new, but then it broke. I mean, I have an Android, and you can change pretty much all the audio responses. Oh no! Interesting. Hey, how are the audio levels for you guys? Oh. There should be game volume. Okay, well. Interesting. Let's see. Why would that not be working? Okay, desktop audio isn't turned off. Video captions. Oh my goodness. Why is this? I wasn't. Yeah, why is there no sound? No, it's not.
Yes.
Oh,
If I change something.
I think it's working.
I hope the game's paused, by the way.
It was.
Find a way out.
Okay, good. Yes, I got Sniper Assassin.
Yep, it's working.
Oh, perfect!
Hooray! Sorry about that, people who aren't watching, but who could hypothetically be watching. Oh, hey, there's barrels. What do I do with those? Oh, I can ignite them. Yeah. Take that. All the fire. That doesn't seem to help a whole lot.
Hosting.
Thank you.
Yeah, the volume's really good. The mix is done very well.
Alright, good. Hold F to show. Whoa!
Press the P button.
What kind of contraption
Wait, this
is
thing doesn't come with a battery?
What doesn't come with a battery?
The phone.
The phone. One lithium-ion battery required. Let's see.
Oh, good jump.
Thank you. I don't know that it helps, but thank you.
Well, you're still figuring out the puzzle. The puzzles get much easier as you figure out the way the game works later on. Like I said, once you get the bow and arrow, and I think that's when the game starts becoming fun.
Well, Ben, I think I'm gonna follow your advice and not get a refurbished phone.
It's just a thing. Like, we used to have refurbished hard drives and stuff at Wisconsin PC, and it's not a good. They break. They broke once and they break again. And yeah, you get a good deal, and usually it's covered under warranty, but I don't think it's worth it. I can afford to not have to buy refurbished ones.
It's an extra $150, but if I have the phone for how long I think I'm gonna have it, it's worth it. 3 years, $50 a year. I had my Galaxy S4 for like 5.5 years.
No, that doesn't work.
And then I bought my stupid phone, and I was like, I'm gonna go cheap. Get a cheap phone. That sucks. Never again.
My phones work great until I throw them back on.
Oh, neat! I did a thing!
I saw you jump on that thing. Oh, you opened
G.
Hooray! Go Tomb Raider! Sorry about earlier technical difficulties.
My name is Tomb Raider, and I did a thing.
Is Tomb Raider suddenly a black wolf?
Gotta get out of here.
Oh, I got 250 XP and I unlocked a new model.
I gotta get out of here.
Oh no! Ah!
Don't go that way. Okay, I'm gonna go that way.
Is there a big ball rolling towards you?
I know, right?
It does feel like there should be. But I didn't take the idol, so no.
Yeah, I think like these parts are my least favorite parts of the game.
I mean, there's not much gameplay to them, but they're dramatic and the music is nice.
I usually get irritated with this kind of stuff.
Like, you're in a cave. How many ships are in this cave?
What just happened? I think
You
I just...
didn't press F?
Oh, that guy.
Oh, there was...
again?
I didn't even see that prompt.
Oh, you just. Oh,
Yep. I died there. I mean, I've started playing the game again, and I died in that same exact spot.
Okay.
I pressed F, but I didn't do the next thing. I don't remember what to do afterwards. Quickly.
I pressed F! Is my F key not working?
How do you know?
You gotta press it when the circle's inside the other circle, but not too soon.
Oh, that would have been nice to have explained.
Well, this is the tutorial where they're explaining it to you.
But they're not, though.
Again and again.
If you can learn how to play on the game, you can learn this.
But the white guy with dreadlocks dies because he pressed F in the person. And by the way, these big boulders just like sliding toward you, that's me. That doesn't make any sense, but it's also me.
Oh no!
Well, it seems like there's way too much light in this cave.
Oh. It's kind of like in Hollywood movies where they're like, oh, it's pitch black, even though the lighting that they use is clearly not pitch black. But if it were pitch black, what would you look at?
At least the light you see now is realistic.
That was weird, because what you said about pitch black and lighting, and then on the stream, it was like you repeated yourself seamlessly.
Seamless. That's why I muted the stream.
I have the stream muted as well, even though I have it up just in case there's that off chance that someone bothers to view the stream.
Well, I'm hosting, and I have a new follower today, so...
Well, if the new follower stops by, send him over to the real chat.
That's the plan.
Tomb Raider! I didn't know what game I was playing until just now.
She's like, this game must be about me, it has my name up in the sky.
I had to quickly swallow my monster before I laughed at that one. Like, I came really close to spitting my monster out.
Well, that's good.
Hey, that water looks pretty good. I mean, the normal map's not moving, which is a little weird, but I like the...
I thought it was... When she's hanging at the very beginning, it's kind of, weird, because, like, her ponytail's hanging back, upside down, but the rest of her hair is clearly not affected by gravity.
Yeah, well, I think her ponytail is the only part of her hair that actually has a, what looks like a soft body sim on it. Because it's clearly not strand rendered. I mean, it's obviously mesh hair, so it's probably a soft body sim.
Obviously.
But, I mean, trying to get all of the rest of her hair into, like, some kind of soft body sim without much clipping would probably be a nightmare for your computer. Also, I want to point out the reason that I took so long to start going there is because it wasn't obvious to me that gameplay had started back up. Did Tomb Raider just break the fourth wall?
I wouldn't know, I don't have to play.
Well, I mean, she looks straight at the camera.
I don't think she knew the camera was there.
She was looking at you.
Yeah, that's how you break the... Well, it's one of the ways you
Yeah,
can break
not
the fourth
me,
wall.
though, you.
Okay.
I can do this.
E to grab.
God.
Press space to jump.
Come on. Come on.
Oh no! That was actually a little scary.
Well, wait till you play Tomb Raider in VR.
Is that even a thing?
Not yet.
I think you just glanced at the camera again.
Did she?
I think so. Does she have a broken arm, or is it her ribs?
She fell on a spike that stabbed her in the side, and
Yeah.
it went all the way through,
Sam's pack.
and she never heals it. Spoiler alert, she never heals it, it just doesn't
Really?
bother her at some point later on.
Oh. So it stops being a big thing visually.
Sam!
No, we're gonna eat dinner soon.
They must have come this way.
I want that leather texture.
Sam! Frodo! Wait, that's something.
Sam? Roth?
Gandalf?
Did anyone hear me?
Gandalf!
Got to find
It's not Gandalf. It's Gandalf. But listen to the movie, man.
That's
I
what
don't know what you just said.
I said it. I just said it with a Hobbit accent.
Actually, you didn't, because the hobbits say Gandalf. Oh
Gandalf! Gandalf!
no! Did I just die? Is that what's supposed to happen?
Oh no, this is all part of the story.
Take
you set
shelter,
it and forget
shelter
it?
from the storm. I want a Tomb Raider that's set on Skull Island from King Kong, and it's full of, like, not really dinosaurs, but they look like dinosaurs, and giant spiders, and worm monsters and such. That'd be cool.
Cow.
Looks abandoned.
I just had a question. I'm going to answer the question by searching on Google.
Is anyone listening? Please respond.
Why is she like shaking her head?
She's cold and hurt.
She's in shock.
Yeah.
I'm listening, I respond.
Alright, now I know what the name of this game is if you translate it to Klingon. I had to look up Klingon for Tomb, because I don't know it off the top of my head.
Oh, she found a
asked
box of matches.
That.
How convenient of her.
That shivering reminds me how the normal rig for games doesn't work well for all actions.
Yeah.
Because shivering is when your muscles twitch around, and your bones generally stay pretty still, but they don't actually have a rig for just her muscles. They only have, you know, basic bones for her limbs and such.
Mm-hmm.
So they can't make that whole, like, where, like, your shoulder muscles kind of go back and forth, but your
Here's the soon to
whole
be
arm stays
world
put.
famous archaeologist
All they can do is make it go
Lara
like this.
Croft in her native habitat. She's on the hunt for the lost kingdom of Yamatai, home to the fabulous Himiko, mythical Sun Queen, and ancestor of yours truly.
Sam, this is serious.
Oh, sweetie, I know. I'm just trying to lighten the mood here. Everyone's so on edge. What are you so worried about?
I'm close to something. I'm sure of it. I just don't know if the others will
Serious
listen.
Sam.
Or
Hey, there's a Serious Sam VR, you know.
Laura, you know this stuff better than anyone.
It's pretty highly rated.
Seriously.
And it's got
I'm not
co-op.
just saying this to make you feel better.
Oh,
trust
I
you,
forgot that this
Roth
game is
trusts
multiplayer,
you.
by the way,
You
so
got
we can
this.
play multiplayer.
Now let's take a break, okay?
How does
If
that
you're
work?
interested
Okay.
in that.
He's
I don't
the
know, I
boulder
haven't done it,
in
but I would
your
recommend
Tomb
finishing
Raider.
in single player.
And he
And then
chases
She's
you
not
you,
figure it
always
out.
this serious, you
tries
know.
to kill you, and you have to run away. That's how it works.
How can you suggest I'm not serious about this expedition, Laura? It's not just Sam's family funding us. I put my savings on the line, too.
You've all got some kind of stake in this. The funding won't last forever, Whitman.
That's precisely why we should push east, not west.
No one believes Yamatai is that far east. The books simply don't support it.
Well, whoever wrote those books never found Yamatai.
I've talked to Roth about
There are
this.
matches, or best
There's
out
no
of
point in
3,
following in
or you
other
can play as
people's footsteps, Dr.
scavengers or
Whitman.
survivors.
Interesting. I would be interested
refuse
in
to
that.
bet my reputation on
Yeah.
your hunch.
should do it too,
I'm the
Duke.
lead
I think you should play this
archaeologist
game.
here.
And when
I don't
you
think
last in
so.
the field
It's
of
like $3 right now.
activity?
Got
That's
30
$3
years
more than I'm willing to
experience,
pay.
2
Fair enough.
PhDs,
Yeah,
one
but
in East Asian
if it's still
history, so why don't you
$3,
stick
I
to
would buy it
guns,
for
Mr.
you
Green?
if you would play it.
Dr.
Nope.
Whitman, that's a
And it
ship.
is still
You don't need
$3.
a PhD
I was willing to
know
buy
that.
you a
Going
game for
east will take us
$30 and you
directly
refused
into
to
the
pay
Dragon's
it.
Triangle.
Palliate.
That's where we need to go.
Well, I'm okay with you refusing to play this game if I buy it for you.
That place is a bad energy.
Bad storms, more like, makes the Bermuda
Yeah,
Triangle look like
probably
Disney
won't.
World.
I'm okay with the logic
Sign
of
me
it.
up.
The stories about Queen Himiko say she could summon storms.
Thanks,
They're
Stanley.
usually based on some version of the truth. What if Yamatai was somewhere in the triangle itself?
Look, this is the satellite imagery from inside the Dragon's Triangle.
That doesn't look good.
If it's wet, I can sail on it.
Oh, don't tell me you're seriously
Reyes is right. We don't
The
have
LA
the
Noire
funds to piss
game
about.
is a VR
It's now
game,
or
and it's
never.
pretty good.
Lara's offering fresh ideas
And
and a
the
plan.
original LA
I'm the
Noire
captain here. It's my decision.
is the
We're going into the
inspiration
Dragon's
for the
Triangle.
name Juratsky.
Why am I even here?
I like how this is like a crew of accents. Everyone has a different accent.
It's the movies are exactly the same.
Wait, which movies?
Everyone has
The Tomb Raider
the
movies?
Tomb Raider movies.
Oh, everyone has a different accent?
Well, everyone has a British accent. Also, in certain types of sci-fi movies, everyone just randomly has a British accent. It's a thing that movies do. Pay attention to it if you're interested, and you'll notice that lots of movies just have random British accents. For no
Oh, I know.
reason.
Actually, one thing. Oh, there's a deer, but where are the horses? Because those weren't horses, or those weren't deer skulls. You know how I know?
Because you're a nerd.
Yeah, because the skulls didn't have canine teeth.
Ah.
Yeah, deer
I
have
wasn't about to
canines.
say that, but I wasn't.
But deer don't eat canines.
That's true, but they still have canine teeth. Deer have incisors, then a diastema, then a canine, then a diastema, then molars. The horses
Speaking
just
of
have
things they're doing.
incisors, and then a diastema, and molars. They also have the long, pointy bridge thing over their nose for their projection of the nasal bone. Deer don't have that either.
No. You're thinking of Klingons.
No. Turns
They
out
have
I
that
am.
long bone above their nose.
Hey, I found 5 arrows for the bow that I don't have.
Hunt with my bare hands.
You're about to get it.
Yay!
Find a weapon.
Wait, who's blowing their nose?
I was talking about horses. They have their nasal bone projects over their premaxilla to form the nares.
What
And,
about their post-maxilla?
there is no post maxilla.
What about their peri-maxilla?
You can't just add Latin suffixes or prefixes that are actually, prepositions, and then
But
just
you
make up
do
new
it.
bones. No, I didn't. The premaxilla is an actual bone. It's the bone right here. And then the maxilla is right here.
I never heard of that in my anatomy class.
I'm
Is
sorry.
it in humans?
Yes. Humans have pretty much all the same skull bones as anything else. At least any mammal.
I mean, I remember maxilla, but I don't remember no
Can't hunt with my bare
premaxilla.
hands. I need to find a weapon.
Premaxilla is basically where your incisors socket into.
Not mine. Huh. Tomb Raider needs to find a weapon. Maybe something that all these arrows could be used with?
Arrows!
I think Tomb Raider should look harder for weapons.
Oh no! I'm also looking hard for arrows.
Some kind of container.
Ooh, I found a
Who left these
GPS
behind?
cache or cache?
Oh, good.
Can't hunt with
Good.
my bare hands.
Those are
need to
things
find
you
a
can
weapon.
find. I don't know if they serve a purpose.
They're probably just unlockables.
I think they give you a little more boring story the kind of thing that you care about, but I don't.
I don't care.
Hey, I'm full up on arrows!
But you're running like you don't have a hole in your side.
Ooh, what's this?
Yep. Once you take a nap and wake up, holes in your side aren't holes anymore.
Nice.
I'm just gonna pretend that while she was napping, she bandaged it, and then the bleeding stopped, and she was like, "All right, I guess I'm good."
Oh, I didn't even find that.
The berries?
The oranges or whatever they were.
I'm just gonna call them berries because oranges are berries.
You say it's pronounced pomegranate?
Yeah, that's what I said.
I don't think are pomegranates berries. I don't even know.
It depends. Define berries.
Ooh, document 1 of 6 wartime intelligence found.
Private Kosuke. He was on gate duty last night. No one heard anything. And this
strawberries aren't berries,
found
but
his
the little
helmet.
seeds on them are
Nothing
berries.
No tracks of his bleeding.
That doesn't make sense,
no blood,
but it might be
no
right.
shell casings.
I don't know. I think I read that sometime.
The others are
at one
talking
point
about
in my
Chinese
life.
partisans.
Yes,
Maybe even
son.
American GIs. Damn fools. They have no idea what's happening.
Well,
here.
I'm off
Oni?
to go eat
It
the
is
din
the
din.
Oni.
Alright, I'll still be here.
The
Have a
West
good
has
time.
evil
I'll be back
spirits.
in T-minus 1
They live
hour.
in the
give or
old
take.
This game has
25
Oni?
minutes.
We are trespassers
Yeah.
here. And they are watching us.
I told you that years
Waiting.
ago.
All these wrecks, the ruins,
Okay.
this entire island is a graveyard. It's only a matter of time. The Oni will come for us.
Does it have kappas too?
Kappa. Let's see if it does. Let me check. Oh, it's just the guy's face.
Can't hunt with my bare hands. I need to find a weapon.
Well, allegedly, there's something important happening here, but doesn't seem to be.
Yeah, according to these web zones, a strawberry, despite its name, is not a berry. And neither is a raspberry or a blackberry. But a banana is a berry.
Yeah.
As are eggplants, grapes, and oranges. Has something to do with ovaries in the flower, and I don't care anymore. That's why I don't know, because I just stopped caring about things.
Oh, hey, I found a bow on that guy. Whoa, whoa.
I can do this.
And that bow seems like it's been strung for a really long time.
Well, it doesn't look like it's in very good shape.
Oh, hey, it's got a nice little arrow guide there on the string.
Let's see if this thing
That's
still
nice.
works.
You know, I've been doing some archery lately.
You can have the best form and technique in the world, but it won't mean a thing if you can't focus. The key to using any weapon is focus.
FYI, you can upgrade. You can upgrade things.
So hungry. I need to find something to
You
eat.
can upgrade your bow eventually.
That makes sense. I need to find this deer. I feel like I should have a sneak button, but I don't. Hey, delicious deer, where are you? Did you know that in real life, when you draw a bow, you don't actually get a targeting reticle?
That seems plausible.
Yeah, it's really weird. Hooray! That took more arrows than I would have thought. But maybe the pull on this bow isn't very high.
Yet.
True. I mean, if I'm being honest, it looks like it's probably like 50. Oh, that was a fast meal.
Sorry.
Apparently it's not done yet.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wait, the thing's still alive?
Finish him.
Welcome
Right.
back, by the way.
Break off an antler and then stab it through the heart. That's a real Native American would do that.
I don't think Tomb Raider is a Native
Family
American.
died in a plane crash. That stinks.
Is she trying to butcher a deer with an arrow? That's not what arrows are for.
I don't even think an arrow would work.
I mean...
Right, back to camp.
There will be other changes to the Green Bay Packers defensive
All right,
coaching
Bob.
staff.
You won't always have some fancy gadget to tell you where you
Are they going to
are.
hire
If
Don
you can learn to
Capers?
read the land and the stars, you'll always be able to find your way home.
I want Dom Capers out, and I want Ted. What's his last name?
I want Ted Thompson. I want Mike McCarthy gone.
No, Mark McCarthy is a good coach. I don't care what you say.
Oh, what if I say I think he's a bad coach?
Well, then I would care a little bit, but no, I have to stand by my guns. I can't care. I already said it.
I think he's good at having Aaron Rodgers on his team and bad at making any kind of halftime adjustments.
You know, if I went back, I'd look like an idiot.
Bad at holding a lead, but good at getting a lead. So,
if we had a good defense, he would be a great coach. Think about that.
That's true. If he had the best quarterback of all time and a really good defense,
hooray!
That's true. There wouldn't be that many people that would be bad at. I could coach that. Aaron, I think we're gonna do a run, but whatever. Play it by ear. Defense. I'm really an offense coach. I got a defense coordinator for that.
Oh, I don't know what to get.
Get one of the things.
I know, right? I don't know if you can eventually get everything or not, or if it maxes out before. Some of them are locked. Also, on the top right, there's Hunter and then something else.
It just seems to say Hunter.
That's true, it does. I think there should be 2 lists of things
Survivor.
you can upgrade.
Do you guys have Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you ever watch that show with who's that guy that's in it? I can't remember his name.
Is it on Amazon?
It's on Amazon Prime, yeah. Hold on, I'll know it in a second. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Did you ever watch his newest show?
No. How do I unlock these?
Where he stars Jean-Claude Van Damme.
How do I unlock one of these things?
Hit
No,
Q.
I haven't.
Click it and then press Q. It's funny. Did you press Q after you clicked it?
I pressed add season.
No, I
2
just did, and it doesn't. That's not what does it. Ben, do you know what I'm supposed to do to unlock one of these things?
What are you trying to do?
Unlock a skill.
Oh, yeah, press all the buttons on your keyboard until it accepts it.
Interesting.
Because I did escape and enter and space and like numpad buttons, and then eventually it
Apparently
worked.
enter is what did it.
Yeah, enter didn't work for me, but then I kept trying and then eventually it worked.
I don't know why it says press Q.
Because that's how you use it when you have it. Like, you already have it, but this is like the better version of it.
I want to watch Continuum. That might be a good show.
No, it's
Doctor
terrible.
Who's on Amazon Prime?
Yeah, it is. Every episode. Hey, yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme show is pretty funny. If you like funny things.
I don't.
And it makes fun of Time Cop a lot.
Lara, listen to me.
What about Space Cop?
I sent an SOS from the
Nope.
Endurance before I
No,
abandoned
No,
her.
Space Cop does not make fun of Time Cop.
But does the new Jean-Claude Van Damme make fun of Space Cop?
Please come and get me.
I have to stay
I don't
here.
think so.
You can do this, Lara.
I only
Jeez,
don't think
Space
so
Cop,
because
you
it's
sure do love hot dogs. Do you even know what they're made of? Processed horse penis and Chinese people. At least that's what they're made of in the future.
Remember everything I've taught you,
Jesus. You know what I miss most about the future?
and
What?
keep your radio on.
hot dogs.
That's funny. That is a great line.
That's funny stuff right there.
I was hoping I could walk on that ridge, but I can't.
This guy on Reddit said, I don't know why everyone is being so harsh on Capers. I mean, it's not like he can even defend himself. Oh, because he's bad at it.
Hello? Is someone there?
Well, I mean, okay, let's see here though. I really want to know your answer because
All right.
I'm a little bit torn. Is Capers a bad coach, or does he have crappy players to work with?
He's a bad coach. Here's the thing. The league is always changing and what works and what doesn't work and all that. And he is stuck into a thing that used to work a long time ago but doesn't work in this league anymore. And he's refusing to change and adapt.
Well, here's the deal. His defense now is not the defense that he had. Like he had a different setup of what he wanted to do.
Well,
Like
his 3-4. His big thing with him was the 3-4 defense, and that there aren't very many successful 3-4 defense teams at all. All the great teams now with defenses are all 4-3 defense.
Hey Ben, what does that thing in Japanese say?
I don't care.
He doesn't speak Japanese, dude.
Oh wait,
no,
you
it
don't?
says I don't care.
Dude, do you speak Japanese?
Sometimes. I mean, I don't now.
What are you doing?
I mean, his defense. Does his defense now 3-4 even? Or is it just like?
It's been 3-4 since he took over. And
Yeah,
it worked
see,
well for a while.
horse skull, not a deer skull.
Oh God, this is insane.
I mean, it doesn't mean it's going to change to 4-3, but it's probably
I like
should.
how she just puts the torch down on the wooden table. Ooh, an Oni mask.
In the guise of a demon.
Hold right mouse button to adjust camera angle. Right mouse button.
Well, my only point is I don't know if any kind of defense would be good with the personnel we have, because I do hate our secondary. There's nobody good in our secondary. Clinton Dix is not very good, and he's the best player. Burnett is injured all the time, and everyone else sucks.
Hey Ben, there's this thing that says examine to find hidden information. Is there a button for that?
Yeah, it's the examine button.
Just look at the all sides of it.
Examine to find hidden information.
I'm guessing you're saying in this game that I'd never cared about, so I never would do.
Was of noble birth.
Al does things that we don't think are.
Yeah. So this is the part of the game that you would like. Oh, you just got 10 XP, so you did something right.
I found the thing I was supposed to examine.
What does XP give you?
New skills.
What does new skills give you?
New abilities.
Yeah.
Are they necessary?
Well, they make it easier to play the game.
But don't you want a challenge?
Yeah, I want the challenge of getting all the XP.
I guess you don't want a challenge, I get it. You don't have to repeat yourself.
Yeah, see, there's a headless deer, and there's a horse skull. Come on, game makers, get better.
2017 was the safest year of all time for commercial passenger jets.
Wow.
Nobody died from a crash. For the first time ever, apparently, for commercial jets.
That's actually pretty impressive.
And someone else called it one of the safest years. What do you mean one of?
Enter the bunker.
I mean, he's not wrong.
What was the
this
point?
stream that Al is streaming is one of the most recent streams Al has streamed.
That's true. You're not wrong.
Yeah, so tapping E too fast to open the door, it doesn't work.
That's true. Tapping E too fast doesn't work. Alright.
Hey, I'll bet that says Japanese for like, there's a howling wolf on this poster.
Here's what OBS needs
Probably
to
like a
do
beard.
on Twitch.
Okay.
It needs to separate out game volume and like microphone volume so that I can mute the microphone volume and listen to the game volume.
OBS Studio does do that.
Because I stopped talking because you were talking, but it was just you on the stream talking.
Yeah, you mean for the viewers.
That's Twitch. I mean,
Yeah,
OBS.
OBS and Twitch need to separate them out.
Got it.
Yeah, that would be nice if you could.
Well, they are
mute one
separated
on
in
Twitch.
OBS, aren't they?
They are in OBS, but that doesn't help anyone viewing. He wants to
That's
be
true.
able to be a
OBS
viewer and be able to mute me on the stream.
I think that's more a Twitch thing. He has to be able
Yeah.
to recognize.
Laura, you made it.
Although OBS would probably have to be able to send 2 audio channels.
Surprise. It's okay. He's one of
Yeah,
us.
that's true.
Sorry if I startled you. This place would make anyone a little jumpy. We just spoke to your crew. They're on their way.
Look, he bandaged my foot.
Oh, it was the least I could do.
L.
My manners. I'm sorry, I'm Matthias.
What other letters do we know?
A teacher.
Theta.
Alamano.
Theta is good.
Not
You should
really
go
cut
through
down
the
for
alphabet.
island life, I'm afraid.
You know, for the kids.
Sweetie, you look exhausted. Sit down. Yeah.
Just help
Sam
the
here
kids
was
that are
just
watching.
telling me about the sun.
Right. Himiko.
Can you tell me more? I'm intrigued.
Well,
Kappa.
believe it or not, a couple thousand years ago,
Try Kappa
Queen
HD,
Himiko
buddy.
pretty much ran things in Japan.
What?
She loves telling this story.
Himiko was beautiful, enigmatic,
I didn't know you could do that.
and powerful. Legend says she had
Is that Freddie Mercury?
powers.
And this
It's
is
John
where
Elway.
she loses me.
Well,
That's
there's
John
always
Elway?
some truth to miss.
It's Michael J. Fox.
She commanded an army of
I
samurai
feel like you're
warriors.
lying, but I
Her
can't
magnificent
say for
storm
sure.
ships. They rode the very winds into battle, laying waste to all who opposed them. They say the sun rose at
I could do 2 things that you can't
She
do.
ruled everything
That's a lot of
from
emojis.
the mountains
You do one thing I can't
to the
do.
sea and beyond.
Oh, you did the $10?
Yeah.
I don't
think I
know.
did it by
I do the
accident.
$25 one. I never watch them. And this morning I'm like all generous, and I'm like, I'm just gonna donate in $5.
Matthias?
Where'd they
That's
go?
nice. I quite frequently buy subs for other people because it's only $3.99. Shoot. Do that 100 times and you have a profit. Wait, is that how it works?
I think it's do it 100 times and you have a payday.
Ah.
Because it's going to be a candy bar. Uh-oh, there's wolves! That's a really weird way to hold your bow.
No, sir. Mom said. When I was a kid, I'd say mom said a lot. Turns out, I say it. It's great. You can ask mom if she would type in the password. I'd have to get up. If she says yes, I'll do it when I get up to go eat dinner, which should be done soon.
Take that, wolves.
They pronounce wolves.
Wolves. Take that, wolves.
Woo. I don't like the woods. I think I get it, but
What is the oh my G word from? Oh.
that is from what's his face? Prereq.
Let go.
I always subscribe to Sequisha because of his emotes.
It's good to see you, little bird.
Who's that guy in the red shirt? Was he on the ship?
Is Sam with you?
Probably.
She was here with that
Seems
man,
like a nice fellow.
Matthias.
He's helping you up.
But I passed out. When I woke up, they
He's
were
not
both
trying to
gone.
murder you.
We need to find them.
Is he wearing a Wisconsin
What about
Badgers
Raw?
shirt?
Okay, let's split up.
Buckeyes?
One of us go with Laura and meet up with Roth. The rest of us should fan out and look for Sam.
I'll go with her.
No.
Oh no, that wouldn't be the bad.
You know how to use one of these?
It's been a while. It's all coming back to me.
Get to Roth. We'll find Sam and this Matthias guy.
You gonna be okay?
Yes, I probably just need to rest for a few minutes.
Don't worry, after you sleep, I'm sure your broken ankle will be just fine.
You sit,
Sleep it off.
I'll check up ahead.
Okay.
When I broke my wrist, it took me a lot of sleeping to fix it.
Not just one night?
No, but it worked. It did
Not
get
so bad.
fixed after I slept, so it's one of those things. You know, one of those things.
Oh, hey, a thing.
That's what she said.
I can't believe we're actually on an expedition to find the homeland of my ancestors. Ever since I told Lara the story of Himiko years ago, she's been hunting for its location. I never really gave it much thought. That any of this could actually be real history. My grandmother used to tell me the story like it was a memory. Many thousands of years ago, Queen Himiko ruled the land of Yamatai. The sun rose at Himiko's command, and she ruled everything its rays touched, from the mountains to the sea and beyond. But one day, Yamatai simply disappeared without a trace. Forgotten in time.
Gee.
Owl.
Alright, let's see what's in here. Oh, I can light that on fire, but I don't really want to. Oh, I need a key. I'll look around first before I go head off on the main objective. Right? Well, let's go for a main objective.
Main objectives are dumb.
Exactly.
For 2 reasons.
Oh.
1, they progress the game. No one likes that. 2, you're never sure if it's really a main objective or just a side quest. You'd be impossible to do. Why does she run from like the side like that?
She's hurt.
Now she's running normal.
I don't like the sound of that.
Why are there so many arrows everywhere?
Where else would they be?
I don't know. Oh!
You have to find why.
Oh! Ouch!
Ooh, wild boar. Oh no, it's a wolf.
Yeah, it's a wolf.
Oh, that's a wolf. That just.
Well,
I suck at this.
they're always in pairs.
They're always in what?
Pairs of wolves.
Wolves love pears. They're always eating pears.
Got it.
We're into them. Something they're into.
What did I just get out of that?
Meat.
I'm gonna eat wolf meat?
Yeah, I don't understand the food thing. I don't remember understanding it. Or I do remember understanding it, but I don't understand it now.
Oh, I understand it perfectly fine. You have to eat.
Yeah, but I don't know how it affects your like health or whatever. Like you eat some oranges or berries, and then your hole in your side is healed.
Well, that's just a fact.
Hey, a deer.
Is it a
more
female
selfish.
deer? Like a doe? A deer? A female deer?
Well, it seems like all the deer in this game have antlers, which means they seem to all be bucks, which makes me wonder how they get more deer.
They probably just went to Milwaukee, where they dominated. So, your stream, because there's like an echo in it. I don't know if it's.
Should be an echo.
Another shrine.
Like restarted.
Oh. Maybe this see if that fixes the echo.
Who are they worshipping?
They were worshipping
don't hear it.
Himiko. Oh.
Whitman is such a drama queen. I can't believe the hissy fit he threw during the filler shoot. I mean, this is his job, right? It's not like he's offering anything to the actual research part of this expedition. Once we find Yamatai and the cameras are rolling, he'll calm down. He might be a total pain in the ass, but he knows how to work a scene. I just need to do my job and keep my cool. Lara doesn't know it, but I've been shooting footage of her too. I really want to make sure she gets the credit she deserves. And besides, she looks great on film. I think she's a natural. That's probably gonna drive Whitman out of his mind.
Why
with
do they keep
jealousy.
calling you Lara
By the
instead
time
of
he
your
finds
real
out,
name?
we'll be
Sam's a
doing the premiere
moron.
and Telluride.
Wait, what do they mean by somebody?
I don't understand what you mean.
Yeah, you shouldn't understand that one.
No, that one is beyond your understanding.
There's no. I would be surprised if you did understand that, because it's an inside joke. I figured you'd love to be a part of one someday. But...
I would love to be in this one someday. Yeah, you better run, wolves.
It's wood. Oh, you said wolves.
Hey, salvage! I'm getting all the salvage.
I thought I saved, but I guess I didn't save. That's okay.
Oh, I still don't have the key. A stronger axe is needed to... Oh. What does using the campsite get me?
How do
I think that's how you save.
Okay.
It's not very clear on saving,
This is Lara
and I don't
Croft,
remember because I played
an
it for
archaeologist
Xbox
from the
360 a
Endurance,
long time ago.
shipwrecked on an island in the Dragon's Triangle, east of Japan.
Wait, this is on the 360?
This place is incredible.
Yes. I played this game on the Xbox 360.
This must have been very late in the 360's
and I know we're not
run.
alone. Something isn't right about this place. If I don't get off this island, maybe someone will eventually find this.
Anything over here? Oh, it doesn't seem to be.
These are fascinating.
I've seen these before.
Oh.
They must be ritualistic.
This female image is particularly interesting.
Looks like it was made quite recently.
By those islanders, no doubt. Judging by the wrecks out there, they were once like us. Survivors. Remarkable.
Yes, well, let's hope we don't become murderers, too.
See if you can work the other one.
The handle's missing.
Together.
Oh, shit. It won't take the force. I'll have to find something sturdier to turn it with.
Must be something around here we can use. Incredible.
Let's see if I can fix this axe.
Alright, find a campsite and upgrade the axe. Oh, hey, look, an axe! Campsite. Okay. Use collected salvage to upgrade it. Alright. Axe.
Time for dinner.
Alright, buddy.
Type in the password.
Ooh, that axe does look a lot better.
Doesn't it though?
Yeah,
Doesn't
it
it
does.
though?
Ooh, 50 salvage. That's pretty sweet. Well, apparently shift
Salvage?
makes me run around like a dog or something? I don't know.
Back off!
It's how you crouch underneath wolves. And the bunny got you too.
It's big, nasty, sharp, pointy teeth. Where'd you go? How come I keep missing when it's red? I suck at this game. I'm the worst ever raider of tombs. What do you
get
read?
XP for cutting them up. That's what it is. Not for killing it, but for cutting it.
Yeah, you can't learn from your experience until you cut the wolf a little bit with a knife after it's dead for some reason.
BRB, filling up the water.
Okay. Hey, look, more salvage. Aw, yeah. Isn't there another crate up here? Oh, I guess not. Do I still need to cut this wolf? No.
Okay. Levi.
Ah, here we go.
I mean, Dad. Mom says it's time to eat. Levi, it's time to eat.
Did you guys know that it's time to eat?
I didn't know.
How would you not know that?
I don't know anything. Except what a horse skull looks like, and that it doesn't look like a deer skull. I know that. Alright, can I make anything with my salvage? I got 120 salvage. Bow upgrades. Oh, it takes 250? And 200 for wrapped string? Man.
Yeah, we're coming.
Apparently it takes a lot more salvage than I thought.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Bye, Duke. Did he actually mute himself this time?
All right, Lara. Shall we give it a go then?
Let's do this, Doctor.
Yeah,
Whenever
Doctor.
you're ready.
Wait, what am I supposed to do? Oh. Mash E to crank. Hope there's another crank on the other side.
That female figure on the gate. Given the age of the symbols, it could be the Sun Queen.
Himiko. Are you sure you're not channeling Sam, Dr. Whitman?
Well, there's no doubt.
Back.
Himiko had power.
My doorbell rang while I was gone getting water.
Elemental.
What?
A woman wields that much power, and sooner or later it
The
gets
food
called
that I ordered
witchcraft.
has arrived.
Discount anything, even what may seem to us irrational. We still have much to learn about the world.
You sound like my father.
It could be one hell of a story, Lara.
Not if we don't live to tell it.
I feel like this doctor guy's gonna die.
Doctor who?
The guy exactly. But the doctor in front of me right now. I feel like he's gonna die.
Oh, Doctor, that guy reminds me of an actor whose name I don't know.
But look,
Yeah, probably.
the bowl, the candles. Why is she still being worshipped?
This island, it must have once been part of Yamatai. You were right, Lara.
The Lost Kingdom.
It's like finding Atlantis.
But this is real, Dr.
He looks
Whitman.
just
We're not
like him,
standing
too.
on a myth.
We're standing on a gold mine.
Lost Kingdom. Last or
Quickly,
lost?
your friends are hurt.
Yes, probably by them.
Get back.
They can't be trusted. You still have a gun.
Hey, who's this dude? I like his
don't want
beard.
any trouble.
No.
We'll come.
Oh,
But I
his name is
insist
Beardy.
that afterwards, you take us to whoever's in charge.
What are you doing?
Be quiet.
Is that just
I'm
what you
handling
call him?
this.
No!
Don't actually call me. Yeah, that's just what I
Please! Get off!
Just go along with them, Lara. Do whatever they say.
I don't remember this happening. Because I never watched the cutscene.
Oh, they're like Russians.
Oh yeah, because the Russian terrorists were the terrorists for 9/11.
I could tell because this. Well, first this game was made after 9/11, but I could tell because they were like, "Oh, pistolet," and that's like Russian for pistol.
Напоминаешь мою сестру.
Oh no!
Round them up! Round them up!
Why?
Don't you fucking move.
Why does he speak Russian to Laura and English to his henchmen? Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Why do you not have subtitles on?
I didn't know that I could.
Well, the game might not have subtitles, but it might have subtitles.
Let's see. Motion blur. Oh, there's stereoscopic 3D. I could apparently turn that on somehow. Exclusive full screen. Doesn't seem to be under graphics, so we'll go to gameplay options. Subtitles on, off. We'll go with on.
You don't have to. I was just. I don't know why I asked. I don't care. It's up to you.
Oh, well, I figure it's probably easier.
Well, I mean, if you don't do it, we won't be friends anymore. But besides that.
Hey, bring up the prisoner.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Hey, I was right. It is Russian. I know how languages sound.
So what do you think? Did you get your money's worth so far for this game?
Did I get my money's worth? Yes.
Another one.
God.
There she is.
Damn it.
Oh, I got screwed. Oh my goodness. Right in the neck. Right in the neck. That is rough. That is so rough that I'm gonna take a quick break.
Okay.
And BRB to the B. Right back.
Have fun turning your monster energy drink into sewage.
Thank you. Wait, where did the game go? Why isn't it here? Alright, there we go. There we go. well, I am Barak.
WB.
And now I have my headphones on, so now I can hear. Alright, so, after helping keep the sewage department in employment, I felt like I needed to get myself some more keep playing juice.
Don't make a sound. Yeah, I'm on it.
Thirsties.
Don't make a sound.
Excuse
Bless
me.
you. Gesundheit.
Oh, I made a sound. Actually, you know Alien Isolation? It has the option of taking your microphone input and having the alien be able to respond if you make a sound in real life while you're playing. So if you if you do sneeze while you're playing, the alien might go kill you because it suddenly heard you sneeze.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I figure if I just stay here, maybe that'll help. Can I sneak up behind him and kill him? No, my hands are tied. That's Wonder Woman's secret weakness.
Anything? I can't find her. She's gone. We'll keep looking.
Oh, where am I supposed to go?
Another one.
This group's got some
Go that way.
Too bad. We gotta use it.
Did I go that way?
Keep an eye out.
All right.
Good job.
Thank you.
Ooh, that was close.
What do you see? Nothing.
Look out for the fire.
Kill the rat.
Любишь играться в прятки, малышка? Думаешь, удастся спастись?
You ever feel like you could almost understand a little bit of Russian?
No.
No one escapes.
Maybe that's just me.
Yeah.
Вылезай! Но трать моего времени!
Oh, I hit D instead of F. I'm an idiot! Man, I am the worst.
Вылезай! Но трать моего времени!
Now you gotta start gaming.
Playing hardcore. There we go.
Она тоже была порядочной стервой.
Oh yeah! Bite his ear off. Oh, Pistolia!
This part's hard, I think.
Oh, I kept pressing left and right instead of E. Man, I suck at quick time events. Oh, I have to start the whole quick time event over? Lame.
Yeah.
Lame. Oh well.
Она тоже была порядочной стервой.
Hey, the Foley work for this game is pretty good. Yeah! Right in the face. Wow, that's actually surprisingly gory. Isn't it? Nice. Man, Tomb Raider has a really bad time in this game.
So none of the other guards who were like 10 feet away heard that gunshot?
Nope. They're NPCs in a sort of stealth mission, so they're all idiots. They probably think it was just the wind.
What was that? No, just the wind.
Funny how the wind sounds like a pistol shot. Ooh, I got a semi-auto. Oh, welcome back.
People are so stupid.
Welcome back.
Someone was saying that a libertarian society wouldn't work because you would allow other people to have their own points of views, and then people would just turn into communists, and you wouldn't be able to stop them because you have to allow them because of the NAP.
Oh, well, you know, a non-libertarian society wouldn't work because eventually people would develop their own views and they would just turn it into a libertarian society. Funny how that doesn't seem to happen.
I mean, libertarian society doesn't just allow people to violate other people's rights. So yeah, you can be a communist if you want to voluntarily be in a communist society, but as soon as you force other people to be communists or live in a communist society, then you have violated their rights by forcing them. You're out of ammo, dude. Come on.
Yeah, but Duke, I think what you're forgetting is that, reasons.
Oh, shoot!
Yeah, exactly. Didn't think of
always
that, did you?
forget those things. What if there's somebody who's... What if your neighbor's building a bomb in his garage, and he's telling you and your friends that he's gonna blow you up?
Well, that's a actionable threat, so stop him.
Like right now, if I point a gun at you, I am... That's what is that? Something deadly force. That's committing deadly force, and that would be also illegal if I did it in a libertarian society.
Right.
You violate your right to live. Hey, Farmer Billy!
Oh! I found a pistol magazine.
Got another
You should read it.
She went down over there.
Or since they're Russians, it's Pistolia Magazina. I don't actually know if that's what it is in Russian, but it sounds like that's what it is in Russian.
Had me fooled.
Stay away from me!
And I'm no ordinary fool.
Damn, she's a good shot.
Yeah, she is. Take that! Oh. I got salvaged. Oh, and a bunch of bullets.
I don't like the gun. I like the bow and arrow better.
Yeah, but I don't have a bow and arrow right now.
I know, this is the tutorial of the gun.
Oh, is that what this is?
Yeah, because they make you use it instead of you have to use it.
I do like it when the
the
tutorials work in fairly well with the plot. Wait, I have my pry-axe? Why don't I just stab people in the face with that? Looks like it could break through a knuckle bone.
You're gonna die in there.
Oh, they've got a bow. Oh, F to kick. Oh, I got a bow.
Hey, you find any more down there?
Use the bow to kill enemies silently. Ha! Arrow to the neck.
Arrow to the neck, chest, head area.
And groin. Don't forget the groin.
Groin.
Try an arrow in the knee.
Well, then he just won't be able to be an adventurer anymore.
I know.
Full of bullets.
I do.
See what he's got. Wall in. Dead phone. It's always the same shit.
So what came in? Another tanker?
Nah. Looked like some kind of research ship.
Should be some good stuff then.
We'll find out soon. We got a crew going.
It's probably just the wind.
What's
What's going on down there? Everything okay?
Wow, he didn't even notice him laying there dead.
Oh, I just missed. Those guys are idiots. Ooh, a weapon modification is available. I think it's for my bow. Space? There we go.
Lara, are you there?
Yes.
I can see smoke coming from the
Oh
oil.
my
Oh
god.
God. Roth, I'm in trouble. They're killing people.
What?
Oh my god.
Men. I don't know why.
Oh
I had to
my
kill some of them.
god.
I
Hey,
had no choice.
Did Tomb Raider just assume the gender of the people attacking?
It's scary just how easy it was. You've got to warn
She
the
said they
others,
were
Roth.
men.
Don't
I don't
worry
think she
about them
asked for
right
their
now.
pronouns
You
or
just
how
do
they
whatever it takes to
self-identify.
get to me, Lara.
This game is very
I'll
problematic.
try.
I don't appreciate this game's toxic attitude towards gender.
Yeah, they should handle imagination better in this game of imagination.
Exactly.
Don't forget, press Z to zoom in with your arrow. I mean bow and arrow.
Hey, a campsite. I could use it to upgrade my bow.
Guess who's done?
Duke?
Starts with the T,
Numbers. Some kind of coordinate.
ends with an Omson.
Takuri and
Someone
Usher.
want these to be found.
Starts with the T, ends with an Omson.
What?
Yeah, he's out!
Oh,
I'm gonna use this campsite.
The thing about
Capers is
nightmares
gone,
is
Ted
sooner or
Thompson
later
is
you
gone.
wake up. But there's no waking up.
Finally.
It's like
Which means
Christmas.
I'm really here. I'm really doing these
It's like
things.
he's not gone. He's transitioning
No,
to a
Don't
different
think about
world.
it, Lara. Not now. It won't help.
Is the role
I
different
don't know
than...
what's happened to the rest of the
Is the
crew.
role like...
I hope
They will
they're
be looking
okay.
for a new GM.
They have
Finally.
to be. They have to be. I don't know what the hell is going on here.
They're just gonna
All that
switch
matters
spots.
is that
Capers will
Roth
be the
finds a way to
GM
get us
and
home.
Ted Thompson will be the defensive leader.
Dang it.
Apparently I'm supposed to go here. Just... I'm gonna purchase the wrap string. Done. Alright, so now, am I supposed to fast travel? Just... Hello? Alright, fine, I won't. If I just... Oh, if I double click, I can roll.
The West Beach. Looks like a smaller group escaped into the lower forest. Maybe we get a hunting party down there.
No, Father Matthias went himself. Told us to stay out.
Ooh, I should post it on the thing. Oh, that's
I don't
probably
know.
already been
Be
done.
another girl for the ritual.
The ritual?
We'll know more by tonight.
It was a bloodbath down there.
Sounds like the name of a
Vladimir's
B
in
horror
charge.
movie.
What'd
The
you
Ritual.
expect? He loves killing.
Inside the
Father
wall.
Matthias had to save her.
Oh,
Post
it's
it
in
on
the
the
computer.
The Russians have been with him forever. We trust them.
So that means that he can break the rules?
They make the rules, brother. Just follow along.
What the hell? I'll go look around. Huh?
I posted it on Reddit.
Finally, it was already posted an hour ago. They finally pulled the plug on Ted Shivo.
Is that a Terry Shiva
But there's
joke?
no such thing as an appropriate joke, so.
That's why it's a joke.
That's why it's a joke, right. I mean, I would never make fun of Terry Shivo to Terry Shivo's face.
I don't think she'd mind. Just saying.
Oh, man.
I mean, maybe don't make fun of her to her parents' face?
She's in here somewhere. Find her.
Maybe her parents are watching your stream right now.
It would be impossible to know if that were true.
How many people are watching my stream?
You two, check that side.
I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna name all the people. Al18267, Bent. Oh, Phage went. Fag went? Or Wong? Maybe it's French. You do have one viewer.
I mean, that's Terry Schiavo's parent.
It might be his. Maybe they share an account. Kind of like couples that share accounts on Facebook. That always seems weird to me.
You don't know who you're talking to.
Yeah. It's just weird. Get your own Facebook. It's freaking Facebook. Everyone has a Facebook.
Oh, E. I have to mash E.
You find anything on that side?
No! Not a damn thing!
Whoa. Hey, watch it.
How far down does it go? All the way to the sea caves.
Damn. I wish you fell.
No, I don't think so.
There she is!
What? Where?
Get her!
So I downloaded the Fitbit exercise whatever app to exercise plans. That's my New Year's resolution to actually stop being a lazy turd and exercise more. And then there was also a push-up app I bought. Train your way to 100 push-ups. And I was like, yeah, I'll do that. You start with 12 on the first day, and I failed. Because I can't do 12 push-ups.
Yay,
well,
zip line!
You have to find a program that
Well,
gets
what you do is
12 program or 12 push-ups.
if you can't do 12, then you just keep trying until you can do 12, and then you move on.
You said trying or crying?
Trying.
Can you also cry? Like, if I start crying, is that going to invalidate it?
You could do whatever you want, I guess. I mean, it looks like there's a hole in your head, though.
Oh, does it?
No, there isn't.
Yeah, I've got to figure that whole thing out.
Alright, I need even more water, so I'll be right back.
I'm drinking LaCroix, or in Spanish they say LaCroix. That's what they say, LaCroix.
Wouldn't it still be LaCroix, because in Spanish the feminine definite singular article is la?
Let me tell you something. Croix is a masculine thing.
Then why is it LaCroix and not LaCroix?
It's La because La is French. LaCroix.
How is it spelled?
Could have been used
L-A,
by a villager or
la.
a noble.
That's the feminine
LaCroix.
definite article in French and Spanish.
Yeah, in French, it's feminine, but in Spanish, it's masculine. LaCroix.
Are you sure about that?
Go to Mexico and buy LaCroix, and then tell me the name of LaCroix, and it will be LaCroix. And I know that for a fact. That's a fact.
It's a scientific fact.
Scientific fact. See, thank you. I'm glad you see it my way.
Oh, the thing.
Back.
Welcome
when
back.
we washed up on this rock, the rain and wind pounded us for days. We couldn't build shelter or forage for food. Christ, we couldn't even move. It was like some enormous hand was holding us down.
Beer.
Just as the storm was finally breaking, Father Matthias came to us. He was calm.
Well,
and
we might start
soft-spoken.
signing free agents
He seemed to
again.
know us, our names, where we were from. He spoke to us in our native language, and we listened. And as we listened, he told us the truth of this island. He offered us a choice, salvation or death. Some chose to defy him. And without hesitation, he killed them then and there. Father Matthias didn't seem malicious or angry, just calm and decisive. As I stood there in the sand, wet with the blood of my comrades, I knew I could never refuse him.
Alright, well, that was a thing. Apparently these people are called the Solari, which, by the way, if I remember correctly, is the name of a religious sect in ancient Rome, to which Constantine the Great, or Saint Constantine the Great, if you're one of them Eastern Christians, belonged before his conversion to Christianity.
I can do this.
And now you know.
No, I don't.
Sure you do.
No. I go into ignore you mode when you start talking about history.
What?
So I literally could not tell you what you said. Someone's a saint if you're Orthodox, but they're not if you're not, or something boring like that.
That was only part of it.
Like, no offense, but I just, none of that is interesting to me.
How do you not want to know about history? History is where you came from, man.
Yeah, history, dude.
How do you not want to know about
all
sports?
about it.
Sports is where you're at now, man.
I mean, it's not, though?
Yeah, I mean, history isn't, though.
It is, though.
I didn't come from some either a saint or not a saint person. And I don't care about it.
But your civilization did.
I don't care about my civilization.
Thank God you're alive.
God's got nothing to do with it.
I'm sorry, maybe I should, but I don't. It's boring to me.
I forgive you.
Sorry,
but
did you
only this time.
Well, that's good, thank you.
It looks like her arm is really badly infected. Or is that just me?
No, that's blood.
Have you heard from any of
I mean, it's really black.
Yeah, it's dark blood.
Oh.
Wait, what are you doing?
So there's this book that I put in my cart in Amazon that I haven't bought yet.
We don't
I'm
get
gonna
that
buy
back.
it.
We're not getting off this bloody
It's
island.
called Basic Economics.
Also in the pack. Exactly.
That was a really important pack. Maybe you, you know, shouldn't have put all your eggs in that one basket.
I don't think he's a libertarian. I think he's just a Republican conservative guy.
I think he's an economist. Economic.
He's an economicist, yes.
Are you sure he's not an economicologist?
I don't even know. I think economist is correct.
It is.
So I think if I read Basic Economics, I might know more about economics than every socialist in the world.
Oh, you definitely would.
And many liberals and probably many conservatives.
Yeah, probably.
He's still alive.
I think the theme of this game is out of the fire and into the pan.
I think it's out of the cutscene and into the next cutscene.
Well, yeah, there is that. There are a lot of cutscenes.
Oh God, what am I doing?
That's why I skip them. I don't remember. I mean, I guess I skipped them back in the day too. So.
I kind of like them.
The pack's up there somewhere.
You mean where that wolf is, Laura?
I don't remember. Oh, there's a game for the Xbox 360 that I didn't skip cutscenes for.
See, well, part of it is
what the game is.
I actually kind of like, what's it? Like the plots to stories and such.
But why?
Because I like stories. I
Well,
like my
yeah.
stories.
So that's what I was playing a game with a story that was interesting to me.
Right.
Maybe it was. It may have been Silent Hill Downpour. That might have been what it was. The one that no one liked but me.
I don't think I played it.
Yes. And I played it again, and whatever the game was, I played it a second time, and that's when I noticed you can't actually skip the cutscenes. I had never known that before.
Because you hadn't tried.
Right, I hadn't tried.
Something. Oh, those are just the birds that were highlighted. I was like, something around here is glowing yellow. Let's see what it is. And it's just birds. You want to eat some crows?
Like crows and honey?
I'd eat a crow.
Book reference.
Book reference. Al wouldn't understand. He doesn't read.
You're right, I don't. It actually is the case that I have been reading a lot less in the last couple of years.
I'm trying to read.
I don't read at all. I'm sick of reading. Why read?
It's good for
there's
you.
good books like
If I
basic
read any
economics,
books, I'm not gonna read
the
books.
science book.
Oh, the new Pterosaur book that I bought? Really good.
Wait, Dallas beat the Philadelphia Eagles 6-0? What is this, 1975?
Yeah, it was weird because what happened was it was 0-0 until the fourth quarter, and then they scored a touchdown. And like a lot of teams, they missed their extra point.
I mean, maybe some teams, not a lot. I wouldn't say a lot. I think
A lot of extra points were missed yesterday.
Really?
A lot. Alex.
Says who?
Why is this stupid turd not following me? Hit me. Follow me. I'm supposed to escort him to the room. And he keeps
Ooh, the
lagging
room, like
behind
Tommy
and not
Wiseau's
doing
The Room?
it. Exactly the same room.
Probably.
That was, I watched that movie recently for the first time, and it was...
These rooms.
It's everything that you've heard about and more.
What's it about?
This part of the
It's about... Tommy Wiseau plays Johnny, the main character, who is madly in love with his fiancée, or his future wife, as you're told like 8 times. They use that exact phrase. Your future wife. You're my future wife, Lisa. But anyway, Lisa finds out that she's not really in love with Johnny. She's in love with his best friend, Mark. Also, you're told several times that Mark is his best friend.
Okay.
Like repeatedly, like, Johnny's my best friend. So she starts sleeping with Mark, and then...
But they're not married.
Yeah, no. Also, the sex scenes in that movie are the worst sex scenes you've ever seen in anything. It's terrible. Like, there's this one with Johnny and Lisa, and like, he's thrusting at her belly button for some reason. And during that,
Maybe they thought, that's close enough.
And yeah, during that, you see his entire ass. It's just right there, just pushing away at her belly button. It's just like, I don't understand.
Is that not how sex works?
No, it turns out that's not, or at least that's not normally how it works. I guess I can't
well,
tell
the belly
you.
button's close.
I mean, it's closer than other parts.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Maybe they thought that if you film it in
Oh,
the camera,
and the sex
people won't
scene
notice.
goes on for like something crazy, like 7 or 8 minutes. It just keeps on going.
I can get it done in like 15 seconds.
And then there's a second Johnny and Lisa sex scene, and they just reuse the same shots. It's just stock footage of the first sex scene.
But wait, what? Why is this movie good?
It's not. That's the. I fell. It's not. That's the point. It's amazingly bad.
Is this about the disaster artist or whatever that?
Yeah, the disaster artist is about the making of The Room.
Okay.
And
I never want to see that.
The thing is, though, it's actually kind of amazing because you're like, how did these decisions get made? Like, how did no one point out to Tommy Wiseau that these are bad ideas? Like, maybe they see that the movie doesn't need 2 8-minute sex scenes using the same footage, and that maybe if you're gonna film a sex scene, be good at it.
After a fortnight, I was at last granted an audience with Her Majesty, Himiko of Yamatai. I must confess, she is unlike any woman I have ever encountered.
Maybe he's just bad at
Beautiful,
sex.
Yet inscrutable, calculating even. She surrounds herself with her priestesses of the sun. No men attend her, save the general of her armies. When I met with her alone, I came to realize that she is
I gotta
not
save
at all
here,
what she seems. I
'cause
was
it's
sent by my
important.
lord to spy on her. to assess the strength of her
'Cause it's
armies.
important.
But now I feel she is the one assessing
I've
me.
never been wrong.
My lord
I mean,
has
when it's
perhaps
important.
underestimated the threat of Yamatai. Though I cannot gauge the true strength of her storm god, I cannot deny a powerful feeling that the Sun Queen should not be trifled with.
Are you at a loading screen?
No, I'm at a listen to the Ancient Scrolls screen.
Oh, I don't have the sound up.
Oh.
For numerous reasons.
Name
Some
the
of which
best
I can-
3.
I would mess up. It would cause a delay in our Discord. That's the first one. The second one is game sound. Not a fan of it. Third one is me talking in Discord would confuse the game sound. It's like the first one, but in reverse. Somehow it works. I don't know.
Oh, the cameras are weird.
Hey, you're weird, man. Wait, what? Is yawning. You said again, because I was yawning.
Whoa!
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Body found, but it was an accident story. So they're in town.
What the? What the what?
What the what?
What the?
Time for more salvage. Aw, yeah.
I
170.
mean, does this game even have a storyline?
Have you not been paying attention to the fact that there are like 8 trillion cutscenes?
Oh, no, I haven't noticed.
Ah, crap!
Literally or figuratively? I mean, I'll mess with it now, because there's a delay. Oh, you fell down the...
Yeah, I did.
Oh, and then you crapped your stuff? Or... You must mean it figuratively, I guess.
Yeah, there wasn't literal crap. How do I check my health? Is that even a thing I can do?
Is this one of those things where,
health.
like, your health is how much, like, blood it looks like in your eyes?
Oh, like I just get bloodier as my health goes down?
Yeah, like, oh, you better stop because your view has like blood in it and it's going gray. But if you rest for like, I don't know, 30 seconds, it all goes back to normal. There's a game like that.
I think it's like that. Oh, there's a lot of games like that. That's just kind of the standard shooter thing now.
Yeah. You don't get a health bar.
Yeah, you get like red around the edges of the screen and stuff, and then the middle starts to go low saturation.
Yeah.
Vertical lens flare over there. That's kind of weird. Usually you see horizontal lens flare because you have something that's been filmed on like a not a widescreen format, but it's been filmed with a widescreen lens so that it compresses everything horizontally, and then they just stretch it out when they develop it, and that's why you get horizontal lens flare in movies. Yeah.
I thought it was because J.J. Abrams.
Well, yeah, J.J. Abrams likes to add in extra horizontal lens flare for reasons.
Good reasons too, I might add.
Right, of course. They would have to be. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I think I'm supposed to be chasing wolves. I mean, wolves.
It's pronounced wolves. Oh wait.
Oh, hey, a thing. I found a GPS cache. Oh. I went a lot higher than I thought it would.
That's what she said.
Oh, I can't set that on fire. Why not? Well, I'm back to roughly where I was. Hooray! The whole reason I was trying to get back was just to get that salvage.
How much was in the salvage? Ooh,
10.
Like 10. Nice.
Yeah. I know, right? It's so
Yeah.
fancy. Oh no! That was some really dramatic music for something that wasn't actually that dramatic. Oh no! Why do I have my pistol out? Yeah, I could go that way, or I could keep exploring, because this is a game all about the explorations.
You should do an Eve Explorer.
I don't know what that is.
It's like an Eve Explorer, but it said Scott Manley.
Oh, Eve, like the planet.
Right.
Oh, there was a thing to examine. I found another GPS cache. I've decided to just start saying it cache, even though I actually find that pronunciation annoying.
And you do you, man.
I had to get climbing equipment. I guess it's one of those Metroid-like areas.
It's pronounced Super Metroid.
Oh.
Got it. Apparently wolves live in skeleton-strewn caves now. Oh!
I have good news and bad news.
Oh? What's the bad news?
Just want the pack.
Do you want the bad news first or the good news
That's
first?
I just asked for the bad news.
You didn't answer my question.
Yeah, answer his question.
I want the bad news first.
Okay, bad news first. You have no new viewers.
Okay.
Do you want the good news?
Got to get this back to Roth.
Fagwent is still a viewer.
Oh, hey, Fake went.
Yeah. So. Those are the newses. That's
Thanks. Oh no, a wolf! Oh! It's a really big wolf. Oh. And then it ate my face.
Oh my gosh.
I think I'm gonna fail every quick time event once at least. That's how this playthrough is
hugging
gonna
your
go.
neck.
Yeah, I know. It was just being friendly. Hi, doggo. That is a gigantic wolf. That's gonna be like 200 pounds of wolf right there.
A lot of wolf.
Yeah.
Remember that movie with Liam Neeson where he had to fight the wolf?
No.
No? That was a good one.
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very familiar.
It was an alright
It was,
one.
I remember the movie, but I didn't watch it.
It sounds like a one that you're just making up, Duke.
I did completely make it up.
That's the movie that his wife died when they were filming it.
Really?
Liam Neeson?
Yeah.
Like his IRL wife?
Yeah.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah.
Sorry, Liam. That really is sad.
Yeah, she had a subdural hematoma. That means she hit her head, and she's like, "Oh, I'm fine." But really, there was a lot of blood happening and pushing down on her brain.
Man, Ben, why you guys tell me such sad,
And all
depressing
they had
stuff?
to do was do this simple surgical procedure to relieve the pressure.
Yeah, you're depressing Fagwent.
Yeah.
And then, too late. She was alive when she was...
That's how that one guy died.
I'm sure it's how a lot of people have died.
It was the guy who did the infomercials.
I got to a cutscene!
He also did cocaine.
Billy Mays?
Billy Mays.
He died from cocaine, I thought.
He did cocaine. The cocaine Well, he hit his head on an airplane because he unbuckled his belt, and then they got some turbulence, and then he hit his head. And then they said it was because of the cocaine. I thought something like that.
Because it raised his blood pressure a lot.
Something was complications, but it was actually because he hit his head. Then he went to bed at night, and then he never woke up. Or maybe he did wake up in hell.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be a Christian and do cocaine.
Is that true?
It is the 13th commandment, I think.
That's
like
my mom said.
I don't remember anything about
lady like
cocaine.
you learned to do a thing like that.
Oh,
Late shift
you,
at the 9
you
Bell.
probably are thinking like, oh, those Maccabees,
Nothing
those
on
are
a
so
broken
cool. Well, guess what? There's other books that are just as cool.
Okay, but in none of them is cocaine mentioned.
Well, that's what you think. And
First
that's what you know.
Coca-Rotomy,
That's not what I know.
Broadcasting a strong signal in every direction.
Thou shalt not do cocaine in any form.
You know, the Pope did some cocaine in the form of coca leaf tea.
Wow.
We need to
Yeah.
send down that SOS.
Well, that
That's
just
why the
means
Pope's
I
going to
was
hell.
Climbing anytime soon.
on a,
Yeah,
wait, what is
I
it?
was afraid you were going to
He,
say that.
You can do it, Laura. After
something
all,
like a
you're a Croft.
grease
I don't think
pole,
I'm that kind of
on a
girl.
grease pole to hell.
Sure you are.
Is the same.
I miss the original Lara
That's for the
Croft
Jehovah's Witnesses.
from the first game,
Oh, yeah.
where
don't know
her,
yet.
her breasts just ended in points
Yeah, those were
because it was super low poly,
good ones.
and
Let's have
her
a
whole
crossover
head
then.
was made out of like 8 polygons.
Who played her in the movies?
What's her name?
Lara Croft played Tomb Raider in the movie.
Right,
Oh.
and Lara Croft was played by Angelina Jolie
Oh yeah.
before her double mastectomy.
Now she's a man because of it.
That's not how that works.
That's how
How
men
dare
second-
you
You might want to
assume
give
in
that axe a
her
go on the rock wall over there first.
whatever.
That's what a mansectomy is. You're a man.
No, it's not a mansectomy, it's a mastectomy.
It's
Oh.
a man section. That's brilliant.
I mean, it makes sense in so many ways.
Yeah, you're totally right about that.
As long as you agree.
Oh, hey, look, craggy rocks that I can climb, even though I don't need to, because there's a thing to climb right here.
Where's the poison in this map?
I don't know.
I've been running all over Hong Kong trying to find the poison. Can't find it. It's gotta be somewhere.
Go to the poison store.
That is a good idea.
Not a bad one.
No, Duke, it's a great one.
No, it's a great one. What was that
Just
from?
said
Puck?
that. It's from me.
No, it's from
Just-
something.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, if you say so.
I like how you rock climb. You just grab invisible things because there's really nowhere to grab, and
Right.
you just have this.
It's from Back to the Future,
Uh-oh.
isn't it?
Nothing.
It's a good idea. No, it's a
here.
great
They
one.
never make it up this
I don't know what it's
far.
from.
Make it a good
Should we head
one.
back up to the bunker?
How do I change my
Nah, let's wait out the storm. Got it. Stay alert.
Oh, I'm trying to look it
Let's
up on
move
the Google.
inside.
Like, what is all this yelling? In Hitman, it's from the stream. I don't remember. I was all confused. It's gotta be in the basement. That's where the poison is, in the basement, I bet.
Is that where it's gotta be, or is that where you suspect it is?
Well, I'm kind of running out of options of where it could be. So, yes. It is where I most medium expect it to be. No! I'm like, I'll go through this door, and then someone else went through this door. And he detected me. Spoiler! Wait, that's not a spoiler. Did you win the game yet?
Yes.
I have spoken to some of the villagers on
Ancient
the
scroll
island.
found!
I was
Woo!
expressly forbidden to leave the palace, but this did not stop me.
'Cause you
My
play to
duties
win the
here are
game.
clear. I must learn the truth, but the stories I uncovered defy belief. Rumors abound of the Queen's communion with the spiritual world. They say she commands the sun and the rain, that her lands are abundant by her will alone. This is
I think
certainly
the smartest thing
nonsense.
the Green Bay Packer
What can
coaching
be the
staff
cause
has ever
of such
done, ever,
whispers? Is this how she
is
controls
to
the
sit
people,
Aaron
by
Rodgers in the
engaging
final
the
two
primitive
games.
superstitions? I saw absolute reverence in their eyes when they spoke of her.
That was smart.
Yet, I also sensed
It was
fear.
smart of him.
Her people are
Found
treated
the
with fairness,
poison in the
taxed
basement
reasonably, and are well protected by her
with the
stone god.
candlestick.
No wonder some of them even pray to her. It's as if she were more than just a queen to them. Spreading discontent through her people may well be a harder task than I imagined.
So, does Laura, or I mean, Tomb Raider, does she know the language that all these scrolls are written in?
Yeah, they're written in English.
It seems very convenient.
Yeah, it's very convenient. But it's also a video game, so.
True.
People are dumb.
Yeah, I bet that's a GPS cache.
Looks like one.
Oh no, the bridge is falling!
The London Bridge.
Oh, I made it.
So if you put rat poison in someone's birthday cake, it's like, how dare you do that? But then if you're wearing the chef's costume when you do it, people are like, yeah, he knows what he's doing.
I'm going to try and send an SOS from an old radio tower up here. Any tips?
Hey, Lara. You're gonna need to find the communications console. It'll look like a bunch of old switchboards.
Okay. I'll let you know when I find it.
Hey, wake up, wake up! We got an intruder! Come on, grab her!
Please! You don't need to do this!
Ooh, nice jump dodge. Nice, just normal dodge.
Thank you.
Nice headshot.
Thank you. I try my best.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, Star Wars line! I got a bad feeling about this. Campfire!
Star Wars line. I'm getting too old for this.
That's a Die Hard line.
Well, Obi-Wan Kenobi said it first.
Did he, though?
He did.
Or did Die Hard say it first? Actually, I
Obi-Wan
believe Die
Kenobi
Hard's...
said it in the
Reyes
80s.
is mechanical.
I believe Die Hard's
70s.
partner...
Now, Alex.
Yeah, but Die Hard came out after Episode 4.
This looks like it might be an electrical problem.
That's true. I wasn't alive
hello.
when it came out.
Yeah,
so
were
how
you
would I
there?
know?
Hey, who's this little fox, huh?
Ah, she's cute, huh? Yes, Alicia.
Alicia.
It's my daughter.
Oh.
14 years old.
Hahaha,
And
he's a
smarter than you'll
pedo.
ever be.
That was the joke.
Must get that from her father.
Don't give him the attention. And, yeah.
I'll take a look at this. Probably electrical.
It's usually electrical.
From her father. Nice one.
So I was on the lock, right? Doing a spot of midnight fishing.
Hey, Grim. Time to button down the hatches.
I'll be right with you. So I was on the lock, right? And this thing comes looming at me. Looming out of the water it was. So I give it a old Glasgow kiss, you know. Gets you out of trouble 9 times out of 10, that does. Took me a week to sleep that night off. And I've not touched a drop since. See you at dinner, fam.
Alright then.
Spoiler alert.
The Scottish
that old
dude
guy with
is
the
drunk.
that guy. He's not the main villain of the game.
He's not the what?
The main villain of the game.
Oh.
All right. Can we take B-roll,
That
please?
I can remember.
Oh, I have a question for you. Is
I
that
don't remember
biracial?
anything about the end of
Dr.
the game.
James Whitman,
What?
filler 15, take
Seems
3,
ahead of its
and
time.
action.
I have a question.
Now, take a firm grip.
If
and then slice
me
him down the
pointing a
belly,
gun
like
at
this.
you
Yeah,
violates your right to life,
Cut!
does me trying to raise your taxes also violate your rights?
Yes.
Is he coming back?
Or it does. So me just talking about how we should have taxes violates your rights?
Not just talking about it, but if you were to say vote for it.
Dr. James Whitman. It's just a fish. It's fine. You're gonna be fine.
Yes, I would say that hypothetically you would be
damn
justified in
reality
preventing
TV
people from
business.
voting
I'm meant to be bringing
violate your rights
culture to
using
people,
force.
Sam, not dinner.
It's a really bad idea.
No offense, Jonah.
From a practical standpoint, but I wouldn't say you'd
The
be wrong
audience
to do
demands
it.
content, Dr. Whitman. You know that. So until we find the Lost Kingdom, we need footage like this. Come on, let's just take it from the top, okay? We're gonna make you look like Gordon Ramsay in editing.
Gordon Ramsay, he's a dick.
Dr. James Whitman, filler 15, take 4, action.
Okay, now take a
You're
firm
only
grip.
saying that because he's really mean.
Slice him down the belly.
You're right, that is the only reason I'm saying
I've
it.
studied them so much, I can see charts on the back of my eyelids. But if I'm not right about Yamatai being in the Dragon's Triangle...
I remember when you found that in one of your father's digs. You ran up and showed it to me dressed in your penguin pajamas.
She's lying. She can't see
old, it was
anything on
my
the back of her
I have
head.
penguin pajamas.
You've got great instincts, girl. You just have to trust them.
That's what my father used to say.
Yeah, she talks
There
about
was
her
a man
father a
that ran
lot.
on instinct. For better or worse. He would have been so proud of you, Lara.
Why I keep getting Facebook notifications?
We're getting closer to the storm.
Now, whatever's coming, we'll get through it, eh?
Okay, but if I talk to you, well,
Okay, Lara. Pull yourself together.
see, pointing a gun at somebody isn't shooting them though, so it's not really violating their life in any way.
I would say it's violating a non-aggression principle. Because you don't know that they're not going to shoot you. And if they're not pointing a gun at you, it's safer to assume they're not going to shoot you than if they are pointing a gun at you. I think there's a bunch of double negatives in there, but the point stands.
Maybe
Like,
it's
killing
aggressive.
someone
Maybe it's
because they're
aggressive,
trying-
but is it violating your right to life?
Killing
It's a
someone
threat?
because they're not trying to kill you is, or when they are trying to kill you is violating their right to life, but it's defending your right to life.
Right,
And
but if
self-defense is
they,
not aggression.
I mean, pointing a gun at somebody is threatening to violate someone's right to life, but it's not actually violating someone's right to life.
Right, but you're not going to wait until your right to life has been violated to defend yourself.
From a practical standpoint, no. But from a, I don't know. I'm just trying to.
Everything about this island is crazy, brother.
Because then in the same way, you could say, well, I should be able to talk about raising someone's taxes. But I guess it would be the act of raising someone's taxes.
Nah, I'm good.
Nice headshot.
Thank you.
What?
Missed that one.
I can't tell. I don't even see who. Oh, there they are. Oh. You should aim better.
Right?
Nailed it.
mean to press that button.
We wish you... I think the Happy Birthday song was still copyrighted when they filmed this. We wish you a happy birthday. We wish you a good year.
Is that what they think?
That's funny.
There's more to it than that. I completed the challenge of smothering the birthday boy in his birthday cake. The problem with that is, like 9 people catch you doing it.
A lot of people that caught you doing it.
Wow, you just survived an edged weapon. Oh, you did it again!
It's true.
That was a good movie.
That was it was really good.
I think it was not as good as they talked it up to being, though, but it is pretty good.
I mean, compared to
I
what
think
they...
if I just went into it, like, oh, I'm gonna watch this 80s Milwaukee documentary.
It's not even a documentary, it's a police training video.
That's true. We wish you a happy birthday. We wish you a grand day. We wish that to you, Jordan.
This coin probably found its way into Japanese circulation sometime in the mid-19th century.
Have a taste of this cake, it's vegan. No wonder they want me to kill this guy.
Screw that one up. Oh no! Ah, I didn't dodge! Oh my goodness! It's all going so poorly.
Dodge this. Nearly as poorly as you thought it was. Oh, incoming fire.
Yeah, it was going pretty poorly for a while there.
Oh, you got it. Don't forget you can shoot out lights, probably.
Oh. It does seem like something I could probably do. But, excuse me a bit. I'll be right
Have
back.
fun with your working kidneys. All your kidneys do is filter 45 gallons of blood and then reabsorb like 99.5% of that.
That seems odd.
Per day.
Well, I'm hungry.
Not me, I'm stuffed. I just ate way too much food.
They're coming out with another. Wait a minute. They're coming out with a Marvel thing where they have Guardians of the Galaxy with Iron Man?
Why wouldn't they?
Is Guardians of the Galaxy and Iron Man both? Are they coming out with a movie like that?
I don't know.
What's the question now?
They're coming out with a movie where Iron Man is in the movie and also it's Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Yeah, the new Infinity Wars movies. It's gonna have like everyone.
That's good. I hope they have Batman too.
No, they won't.
Well, once DC and Marvel merge,
Which is just right around the corner.
they'll have all of them. Everyone will be together.
World War II
Everybody.
era.
All right, I'll be right back.
Or unlocks.
Ooh, they said a bad word.
It's freezing.
Which, I'll just listen.
Ooh. For better or worse, I now follow Father Matthias. If I'm gonna be stuck on his island,
I didn't hear
at
it.
least
I didn't hear
have
the bad
best
word.
possible job.
It was the
He
F
calls
word.
me his first Solari. Matthias might be insane, but he's smart and dangerous. He knows things about this island. I believe is our only chance of ever getting out of here. Matthias keeps us happy. We control the guns and the food. Anything the storm brings to this island is ours, and we decide the fate of any new survivors. Any who defy us are killed. We are masters of this fucked up place.
It's only numbers.
Someone there?
Oh, this said an F word.
Let's check it out.
It's only numbers. The best line from the Thailand map.
Gee. Oh, hey, look, I cleared out what was presumably poisonous gas.
Careful, careful! It's loaded with fuel!
No shit.
What do they need it for?
Generator, probably. For the tower.
How the hell are we gonna get it up? Oh shit! It ain't help!
Ha ha ha. Take that, jerk face. I killed him up. I killed him up good. I think I'm getting to become adequate at the weapons in this game.
Are they WMDs?
No.
Weapons of minor destruction?
Or weapon of man destruction. Oh. I could ignite that apparently? I gotta get something to light it with. Is there any fire around? Oh, there's some fire. But there's something behind there. Oh, no. Apparently not. It's kind of boring. Ooh, 50 salvage.
What? That guy should not have seen that. Buttalo.
I'm coming for you!
Headshot of that guy.
That glass looks weak.
No one leaves? No two leaves.
No one leaves.
I'll leave. Bam.
There's
Oh,
nowhere to run, outsider!
What the hell?
I'm gonna watch you die now. Keep shooting!
What the heck is it, Aaron?
Where you going?
I'm getting out of here. First, I'm gonna blow this thing up, though. Yay! I feel like I should be able to get up into there. Somehow. Oh! It's probably not how. Watch my stream for chats. Not that anyone ever chats.
No one said anything in your stream.
That glass looks weak.
Okay, so the glass looks weak. That's great. I tried shooting it.
Try
Didn't
harder.
do much. Yeah, see, I tried harder.
Well, you can't shoot through glass.
Hey, is that a thing? No. Didn't I already use that thing? Yeah.
That glass looks
Figure it out
weak.
yet?
No.
Figure it out. It's taking me a while to figure it out, but then I felt like an idiot. But you should feel smart.
There's nothing to use.
That glass looks weak.
Alright, that's great, Laura, but you can't shoot through it. I'm gonna go ahead and say maybe it's explosive gas.
Hey, what are you?
Oh look, it's explosive gas, even though there was never any indication that it was explosive gas. Thanks, game.
But was indication needed?
Yes. Yes, it
No,
was.
apparently not. It was not.
Hey, I'd like to light my torch, please. Ooh, I got a gun. What's bigger?
That is what she said.
Please.
Nah.
She's coming!
Oh.
Expedition field report. Despite loss of 2 cargo ships to intense storms, the expedition has made landfall. We've established a communication center
What's
high
for
in the
dinner?
mountains, and coastal base construction has commenced. Initial surveys have revealed several possible excavation sites.
I don't know.
The island is much larger than we originally anticipated, and layered with many
Cheese.
centuries of
Eating ham?
history. The task of identifying the source of the storms will be long and arduous. But if we succeed in our mission here, our victory in this
Fatal
war will be
Lipomida.
certain.
Lidopima.
Fine, I'll kill you. Are there no more lanterns? 'Cause they kept spawning.
Only if your friend Lan took a turn.
Haha, I get it. Oh wait, I can. Oh wait, what can I pick up now? I figured it out. I figured it out, man. I know what to do. Yeah. Take that. Three out of 5.
Now, light her up!
Oh, that's right.
Time to die! Shit! She has a machine gun! Get down!
Not bad. I think that fight went well. What do you think?
Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, I could have died.
You probably did die.
I mean, it wasn't a quick time event, so probably not.
Father
Salvage!
Matthias will set us free. From what? This island?
Ooh, a thing to burn. Let's find a place to light my torch. There it is. See how that guy dropped down and tried to scare me, and then I just headshot him? That was pretty cool. 4 out of 5 banners. Bruce banners.
If you put a phone down near someone and then you pick it up, they freak out and hit me.
Weird.
Really? I can't put my phone on this table and a waiter like 30 feet away. It's like, oh, you dropped something.
Oh,
I
come
put a
on.
cell phone on a table.
Let me burn the stupid banner before the cutscene. Where'd all these leaves come from?
Maybe you micro died.
Are you there?
Yeah.
The console's a wreck.
Damn it. Well, unless you see a Radio Shack around, you're gonna have to patch it manually through the maintenance panel.
Okay, that sounds simple enough.
Does it sound simple enough?
Well, you're gonna have to find it first. On those old towers, they installed those panels high up. I mean, way high up.
Climbing again. Great.
Alright, well, I guess... Ooh!
I am alone now.
A madman.
The rest of them are dead. This is for the best. I watched from the cliffs as their makeshift boat was tossed and turned by the storms. The clouds looked like a hand upon the water, desperately clawing at their doomed boat. None survived the wrath of the storm. I observed it carefully. The storm was localized and sudden. And just as suddenly, it was gone. And this is the most interesting detail. It didn't seem random. I sensed emotion, something deliberate. I don't know what's happening on this island. Not yet. But if I ever hope to escape, I must understand this phenomenon. Now my real work begins.
Alright.
Back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
So I don't know when or how, but I took my microphone off.
Oh.
And then if you take your microphone off your headphones, because mine comes, I can pull it out. No one can hear you.
That does make sense.
I don't know how long it was like that.
Achievement unlocked. Unfinished business. Woo, non-believer challenge completed. I'm awesome.
So I said, Al, guess what I'm drinking right now? And he didn't respond. So I was like, Ben, guess what I'm drinking right now? And then he didn't respond. So I was like, fine, Mike, guess what I'm drinking right now? And I answered myself. Wrong, it's a whiskey.
Nice.
Ah, radio. Ooh. Got a kick
That
to it.
tower better work after all this.
Whiskey?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now that net neutrality is not a thing anymore, T-Mobile can go back to their, if you order through us, we'll give you a free, Netflix subscription.
That's cool.
Which they weren't allowed to do. Well, they'd had it. They started it, and then net neutrality came into effect, and then they had to quit it. Because it violated some regulation.
Thank God for us training. All those treks, all those climbs. It's as if he'd been preparing me for something like this all along.
Well,
it's
this
clear
has
that there
been
are people
fun,
living
but
here.
I think it's time for
and
some
they're
PUBG.
organized.
What?
They're killing and recruiting.
Gross.
Why? It's like some kind of cult. But a
All that
cult
means
of
is,
what? What do they want? What are they looking for?
all that means is on my second monitor, I can't watch Grand Poo.
What's a Grand Poo?
He's speedrunning Super Mario Brothers 3, which is
Is he
interesting.
doing a vodcast?
It's a vodcast of Super Mario Brothers 3.
But he's in chat. He was talking to people in chat. I hate podcasts.
Yeah, I guess it's... Yeah, okay.
Let's see here.
What are you gonna upgrade?
The pistol, I think. I want to know how saving works, but
Google it? I don't know.
I noticed this game has dinosaurs, which makes it an acceptable game.
Come here.
Take that! Hey, I passed the quick time event first time round, for the first time ever.
Damn, how many are there?
It's bound to happen eventually. That would be enough time to do that.
All right, time to get my PUBG on.
GG. Ah! There you are.
Oh, there you are. The little kid from Hook. Hook. Apparently people are mad about Battlegrounds being in beta still. Like, it's not like... I would never pay that much money for a game in beta.
Well,
Sorry.
then they don't have to buy it.
Yeah, just don't buy it. That's right.
Like, the only thing I see with a game that's in beta is not only do you get the game that you're paying for, which I like, but they're also going to make the game better over time.
And you don't have to pay again.
And you don't ever have to pay again. Better graphics, better maps, better gameplay. They added vaulting, which is pretty cool.
Some kind of soldier's identity tags. I don't recognize the kanji. Were these used during World War II?
We did not recognize the kanji, Tomb Raider. Idiot.
I hate it when they do that.
Like, I can't read Japanese.
Why would anyone want to read Japanese?
Because maybe they're Japanese.
Maybe they're Chinese pretending to be Japanese.
What the heck, man? I ran around this guy and he like just randomly turns around and stares right at me. He's like standing and facing away. You gotta stand and face away, not face other way. He did it again!
Chances are, if he doesn't want to, he's gonna do it again.
Now I have to rewind time again, but the timing was different this time.
Over the years, there have been other survivors, but I've avoided them. And if they got in my way, I was not merciful. But now I know I need others. In order to move forward, I must fully control this island. So I will gather a small group of loyal followers. They must understand power and the need to organize. But more importantly, they cannot hesitate to kill or use violence. It will be part of their life here. They will need structure and purpose and work. But when this island is mine, I will discover the true secret of the storms.
Gotta protect the tower. Stop her at all costs. Come on, get some fire over there.
Oh, I went the wrong way to dodge that fire.
She's still alive. And get the big guy out here.
Whoops.
Oh, she's a good shot.
Yeah, she is.
What did they say? She was an idiot.
I got a sharpshooter achievement.
Nice.
Yeah. Probably for all those headshots. Uh-oh. I bet that's the big guy.
Out of the way!
He's got a shield? Lame.
Okay, focus. You can do this.
You're going down! Keep firing!
Hey!
What is
if it ain't legs?
Are you watch the stream, or are you gonna not watch the stream, Legs?
Tomb Raider. I used to like the Tomb Raider franchise. How is this Tomb Raider?
Still alive.
This is the
I'm enjoying
only
it.
Tomb Raider game I've ever liked.
Is it the only one you ever liked?
Who are you asking with that question?
Ben.
He just said it was.
Oh. What I should have asked is it the only one he's played? Or
I played a little bits of other earlier ones, and I didn't care for them. I didn't hate him, but I didn't like him.
what about this version do you like that is absent in others, or what did you not like about the others that is absent in this, or both?
This one was fun, and I don't
Could you be
know,
more
when this came out, I was like, yeah. And then Rob S. was like, this game's awesome, you should play it. And I was like, yeah, alright, I'll buy it and play it. And I liked it. Whereas the older games, I never bought, but I played on other people's computers a little bit and watched them play, and it didn't appeal to me. It didn't look interesting. It didn't look fun.
Could you be more specific on as to why it was fun where the others weren't, or is it
Because I enjoyed it? No, I can't be more specific, sorry.
Is it if it's ineffable? Then...
The gameplay in this was interesting.
Yay!
And the puzzles were interesting, and the old one,
Alloy badge
I
awarded
just
to marksman
maybe didn't give it enough
the
effort or whatever. I don't
Japanese
know.
Army.
It didn't. It just didn't.
Okay.
Just buy it. Buy it and stream it. Okay.
How much is it?
$2.99.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's like 90% off or something like that.
Yeah, it's really cheap.
This game is from 2013.
I thought you said it was
I think it's
2015.
$20, and now it's.
Wait, is it that version of Tomb Raider where like part of her backstory is she fights off like a sexual assault and then a whole bunch of blogging feminists for like sexual assault is entertainment in the gaming industry. Look how misogynistic it is.
I think it is.
I think all of them fall under that category for feminists.
Well, yeah.
But how dare you assume her gender? It was just code for her imagination.
One thing that I always found very troubling is, I guess, in a desperation move by some feminists, they would say that whenever there's scrutiny towards, or rather there's physical evidence or other eyewitness accounts such as an alibi that completely contradicts the accuser's testimony, and they went with, well, sexual assault is so traumatic that it actually alters their memory. Like, okay, let's grant that's a possibility. Why should we believe their testimony at all?
Stop granting their possibilities.
I was not born in 2017.
Stop using logic to try to argue with these people. It doesn't work. Not because you are wrong, but because they are wrong.
If logic worked on them, they wouldn't be feminists.
And that's how my stream got all political.
Okay, if logic worked on most people, they probably wouldn't adhere to the positions they hold.
You realize that
to unlock the power of
I would say, I don't know how to phrase it,
to
but
understand what has happened here.
most things that most people think are wrong.
There are many mysteries here.
Pretty sure most things that most people think
Foremost
are
of
right.
which the ruins of an ancient Japanese empire and a mysterious queen.
If most things that most people thought were wrong, most people couldn't do anything in their life, like drive, spell, go to work, walk.
I disagree with that.
Conduct a conversation with anybody else.
I mean,
I
think
disagree with all
about
that, too.
all the things that people think that are true. Like, water is a good thing to drink. Food
I
is
never have
important.
ever thought that. I'm talking about things that people think about.
You mean like active thinking versus things?
Oh my
you
gosh,
think
I don't want to talk to either one of you guys. You're making this impossible. I feel like I'm speaking at robot dictionaries that are asinine and trolling me at the same time.
I'm not trolling you. I find your characterization amusing.
Don't blame me.
I'm not blaming you.
Stop yelling at me.
Oh, a splatter. And a cutscene.
Okay.
By the way, World of Warships is interesting, although my...
One of the what?
World of Warships. It's like World of Tanks, but
Right.
with warships.
But you have to start with that context before you say one of the warships is interesting.
I said World of Warships. You must have misheard.
So one of the World of Warships? How many are there?
One of the things you thought was
the
wrong.
the game World of Warships is what I said.
That's not what you said. You said one of the warships.
Okay, either I spoke very poorly or you misheard me. Either way,
I heard World of Warships.
anyways, World of Warships is an interesting game, but my one gripe would be, other than the standard grind, which is kind of just part and parcel of the game, is that torpedoes tend to cause flooding damage, which makes sense, but it's like a quarter to 75% of your whole health, which makes no sense for any naval vessel that uses watertight doors, i.e. all of them.
Alright, that's interesting and all, but here's the thing about that, though. You keep using words that I generally try not to use in my streams or ever.
Okay.
So maybe you should...
Is it just the one word?
Well, it's that word and various derivatives of it.
Alright, how about this? I'll rephrase. A ship employs a mechanism to, I don't know, isolate flooding to the container. I'm suddenly blanking now. What's that word? Part of the vessel, without letting it spread to other parts of the vessel, is not that subject.
The
to
problem
flooding
isn't the use of the word watertight door.
or the N word.
Yes.
I was avoiding both.
You weren't avoiding the N word.
The tower should boost the
I
signal
avoided
to
the
the
second
transmitter.
time.
Yeah, the four-letter N word. And derivatives of it.
Find the emergency channel and get a
What, like
clear
ship?
signal on your radio before you
No,
broadcast
that's
the
the
SOS.
derivative of that word.
Hey. We
In
got
my
everything
second
crossed
attempt,
for you
I
down
believe
here,
I did
LC.
successfully avoid it.
Thank you.
Am I mistaken?
Oh, move left or right to tune. Yeah, static.
You should tune the radio.
Or become attuned to radio waves.
You're not even watching this stream.
I'm not.
Mayday! Mayday! This is Lara.
Why is she calling herself that?
We are stranded on an island in the Dragon's Triangle. We need help and medical supplies. Please
Her name is Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I don't know why. She's being mean.
That is not her name.
Yes, it is.
Her name is Lara Croft.
No,
By the
it's
way,
not.
her name is Tomb Raider. We established this at the start of the stream.
Got your approximate position.
And so you're the fourth person to know, or the fifth if you count. Gwent, which is a really awkward way to say Fagwent. I don't know if I'm pronouncing. Is it Faggot Went? I don't know if I'm saying it right. I'm sorry. That's inappropriate.
Fagwent could answer.
Now the better question is a physician who conducts abortion a womb raider?
I can do that.
Because on the one hand, he is in fact going into the womb, but is it really raiding if it's consensual?
It's not consensual for the baby.
All parties involved.
That's true. But then again, the treasure isn't being consented to being raided either.
Yeah, but treasure isn't, a human.
Or a thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, good thing you said a human person, because I was gonna say there's wildlife that's raided.
Wildlife isn't people.
For the most people would agree. Some would not.
Fuel tanks.
I am not one of those people who would disagree.
Good to know.
What I find interesting is people that are vegetarians, but they're also pro-choice. That does not make sense to me.
It would depend on their reason for being a vegetarian. There are many of them. Like, for example, at work, his reason for being a vegetarian is that he doesn't want to be part of the factory and farm industry, and it's basically unavoidable otherwise.
I don't think it's unavoidable. You can buy free-range organic meats, right?
You can. They're significantly more expensive, but yeah, you can.
So if you really mean it, then you'll do it, and you'll pay extra.
Or you'll just not eat meat.
But he also has no shit celiac disease. He's not just like gluten insensitive. So his diet is fairly restricted.
Wow.
And this
yeah,
person,
that would restrict it
oh
pretty
god.
Bam.
Just rammed into a ship for no damage.
Bam, bam, bam.
You dealt no damage, or you took no damage?
No, I took 7 damage. Because we're both the same class, we're both cruisers. And he was supposed to be paying attention. Didn't even try to turn or anything. I tried to turn, but it was too late.
Oh no!
No, it's just a player.
All that work for that.
I know.
Every single component of that plane is on fire. Every bit of it.
Even the parts that probably shouldn't be flammable.
Well, I swear the tires were on fire and then they weren't later. Oh, I hate this part.
Is this even a part?
I think there's a part that's happening. You gotta dodge all this crap.
Dodge this.
I was not good at it. Oh, I could see you're also not good at it.
What do you mean? I did fine.
Oh, you didn't die.
As long as I don't die, I'm okay.
I died a lot. Maybe it was right after this, or whatever.
I'm gonna be honest, sometimes though it does feel like, wait, is this a part, or is this just part of the cutscene?
I remember dying at that, or something similar to that.
The pilot.
A lot of times.
I have to get to him.
Sorry, autocorrect. A lot of times.
Fix your autocorrect. Hey, Legs, we could start a campaign.
Yeah, you could. You should. I would watch that.
Space Odyssey.
Oh, what the? What just happened?
If you wanted to. Only if you wanted to. You jumped. You caught the thing. You jumped again. Oh, you didn't jump right.
I think I'm probably gonna end it pretty soon, though. I've been going for about 3-ish hours. Oh
Like, by that non-response, I'm guessing you don't feel like starting.
I'm kind of testing to see if I can stay connected to a Steam game consistently right now.
Oh, I missed.
While in Discord.
While in Discord?
Yes.
Well, good luck with that.
Right? Oh no!
Go away!
Gunshots!
Get off of me!
Oh! Why didn't I pull out my gun to help?
Lara, you there? I'm coming for you!
Why didn't you?
Because he doesn't care. He's like every man for himself. I don't care.
Every Tomb Raider for their...
Basically, yeah.
Take that, guy. I headshotted you. Hey, is this like The Legend of Zelda where I can break these pots?
Probably.
Should be. Probably not.
Oh, I can't break them, but they didn't seem to have any rupees in them.
Do they have any roofies?
Nah. Alright, though. I do think I'm gonna be saying sayonara for now.
Sayonara!
At least for the stream, because I'm a little tired of sitting, and I feel like, you know, I've been going for about 3 hours. It's pretty good. So thanks for watching, those of you who did, and I'll see
welcome.
you on the flippity flip.
Catch you on the flippity flip.
Dinkum flicka.